The young and relentless document Vandals that Kyle Abbott has been greatly influenced by Great Perceptions, Victor Newman. He lives with a mustache and thinks of him as a father. So can the old plot be further exploited in modern times? Jack Abbott has been in the process of backing away from everyday responsibilities at Abbott for a while. He turned his attention to his mother, Dina Mergeron, who continued to fight Alzheimer's disease. As part of Jack's efforts, he empowered Kyle to co-lead the family company. The goal is for the character of Mueller to slowly reign. But crises often create opportunities in the city of Geneva, Wisconsin. Kyle looked down Theo even before he knew Johnson's character was his cousin. Therefore, the interpersonal fight may be described as inappropriate, with Theo never being in the same position due to his new guy status. Jack is a completely different rating. Kyle thought of his father on the street and could still see him like that. But Jack is above him and will be a challenge to oust. Now Kyle is gone. Do you think he will turn his father on? Abbott is not a global corporation. It's a cosmetic company that Jack wants to redirect to its core mission. In an effort to return to the original vision that John Abbott had devised and built, Abbott's focus will be on its core products. Summer Newman and Kyle enticed Theo Vanderwait to use one of Jack's sold yards as part of Kyle's winning formula to secure Kyle's main position on Abbott's table. Removing Theo could allow Kyle to shift his focus to Jack. Viewers don't forget that Kyle felt empowered at Abbott, which made Jack agree to share power. Meanwhile, Victor had time on hand, when he allowed Vicky Newman to run the show at Newman. Touching the classic battle between Victor and Jack somehow, Kyle moving his father away from Abbott would create something new. Vicky will represent Newman and Kyle will take the lead in Abbott fees as both companies fight for the superiority of cosmetics. Our channel will bring interesting details to the audience. Young and the Restless, Y&R, Vandals tease that Adam Newman will certainly feel pretty low after the truth sinks in. Victor Newman reveals what actually happened on the fateful night in Kansas. Adam killed A.J. Montalvo as a child, so that's the last thing he will have to catch. As you deal with the other deaths Adam caused in his life, like the death of Delia Abbott and the death of that woman's husband in Vegas, Adam may begin to think of himself as a monster. He may need something to help him overcome this mentality that he is a killer that always leads to pain. What would be a good way for Y&R to help Adam cope and continue? Is there a written strategy that can put Adam on the path of redemption? Perhaps the best plan would be to make Adam a hero. Adam will focus on the life he has taken, so the young and the restless should let him save a couple as part of the healing process. Chelsea Lawson and Connor Newman are the most important people to Adam, so maybe Adam can step up for them. This is not the first time Adam faced a threat to his family. Back when Simon Black appeared in town, Adam refused to back down after a fight. There is no way Adam would leave any damage to Chelsea or Connor. Considering the shady history of Chelsea, old enemies can appear at any time. The context of Chelsea's fraud artist will always be open to the vengeance to Geneva. Calvin Boudreaux is clearly not a saint because he has dirty money and is related to bad guys like Simon. There may be other opponents appearing due to the late husband of Chelsea. The young and the restless can definitely use a new villain to shake things up as fast as possible. Do you want to see Adam draw a hero rescue and redeem himself? After all the blackmail films go down at Newman Enterprises, Adam can use a positive path to go down. Saving Chelsea and Connor can help rebuild Adam's self-esteem after this Kansas crisis. Chad Chatham's family could become stronger on the other side. Eileen Davison has failed to interrupt filming due to coronavirus. Prior to the COVID-19 crisis, the blonde daytime TV star was preparing to join a new film, but that joint venture, along with countless other films and films around the world, was postponed. We should also mention at this point that the CBS Sudzer was also attacked with a delay in recording. The soap was originally planned to restart production on July 6 but has since pushed the date back into the week time period of July 13, according to Deadline. But remember that anything can happen to change the shooting plan, as Davidson also knows. Talking to the Soap Opera Digest recently, The actress shared how one of her professional plans was attacked by a virus. Before turning off the phone, she was contacted by Blake Berries, who played Nick in the Sudser Days of Our Lives of NBC, a program that Davidson appeared under the name of Kristen DiMera. He asked her to join his new film, Fangirl, who has a great, well-written cast, Davidson. But of course, the pandemic ignored the launch plan even though she noted that there will soon be a virtual meeting to start. In the film, Davidson plays a soap opera actress. Of course, she does it. It's about a fan who went to a soap meeting to meet his soap idol, whom Blake will play, she shared. She said she's not a very big part, but it seems like it would be fun to play the role of calling someone overshadowed and like putting others in their place. On Tuesday, July 14th, teasing that the audience will be watching an encore episode of Y&R aired on March 31, 2005. This episode is part of the week dedicated to the Baldwin family, Fisher, and it will be released soon when Paul Williams visits Ashley Abbott Carlton. Ashley will worry about John Abbott, and Paul will say that he will be there to help her if she needs him. Meanwhile, Michael Baldwin will go home to find Kevin Fisher trying to call Gloria Abbott. Michael will emphasize that Kevin hung up the phone and he will explain the ultimatum Ashley gave to Gloria. Kevin will remain optimistic about the situation, however, saying that he wants a chance to get to know John. Michael would think that Kevin was crazy, and John would never forgive Gloria. Michael will tell Kevin not to go over there. Ending with Gloria and John, Gloria will explain that the two boys he met were not really her sons. Gloria will say that she hired her son to play her son because she did not want John to know the truth about his real children. John would be sad when Gloria lied to HM, and he would ask the truth about her son and what their names were. Gloria will tell John that he already knows her real son. At that moment, there will be a knock on the door, and that will be Kevin wanting to talk to Gloria. John will ask to know why Kevin wants to meet Gloria, and John will ask Kevin to leave. Gloria will intervene, telling John that Kevin is her son. Next on Y&R, Damon Porter will talk to Muslim superstar Adrienne at Crimson Lights. Adrienne will be sad because Damon hasn't visited her for weeks and she will wonder if she should leave town. Damon will kiss Adrienne and invite her to dinner, but Adrienne will say that she will be busy working. Damon will promise to see her again shortly. Meanwhile, Nick Newman will tell Sharon Newman that he doesn't have time to talk to Cassie Newman. Nikki Newman will overhear Sharon talking about how much she cares about Cassie. Nikki will ask Sharon what she's worried about, but Sharon won't want to discuss it. Nikki will say that there is something going on with Cassie, then she needs to know about it. After that, Nick will ask Phyllis Summers to meet at his office. Nick will read Phyllis an email and tell her that he knows that she wrote it. Nick will say that he doesn't want to shoot Phyllis, but he needs to know that she's on his side. Afterwards, Victor Newman will come to see Nick and Victor will be irritated that Nick put Drusilla Winters on an executive contract. Victor would warn Nick, saying it was against company policy, and Nick would wonder if Victor would continue to rule him. Next on Y&R, Jack Abbott will visit Brad Carlton in his office. Brad will tell Jack that he is considering positions other than Abbott. Brad will tell Jack that if he doesn't become Abbott's CEO the next working day, he will leave Abbott forever. Finally, on Y&R's Encore on Tuesday, Jack will enlist Daniel Romilades to help cook dinner for Phyllis. Daniel would not be sure that he wanted to be part of this, because Phyllis was angry at Jack, but Daniel would help anyway. When Phyllis arrived, she would ask Jack what he was doing in the kitchen and she would wonder if he intended to poison her. Michael Damian is a recent guest on Opera Digest's podcast, and it may not be coincidental that his appearance coincides with the growing demand of fans that this handsome and talented star returns with movie. Daytime television. Right now our internal source at CBS is spilling the beans that Damian is negotiating with the show to return. There is nothing that Y&R fans want more than Damian to continue his role as an avid rock star hero. According to our sources, back discussions have been started but no decisions have been made. The recent encore episodes where the soap was broadcast definitely pushed the fire back, but fastidious Y&R viewers never stopped asking their famous fans to come back. Recent iterations have seen Daniel stand out in the rethrow exercises, and there is no better reminder of what the show is lacking in his ongoing absence. Daniel Romalotti's character debuted in 1980 and remained stable until 1998, although he returned to the city of Geneva here and there, the last visit being too long in 2013. Some of his love interests including Phyllis Summers, Christine Williams, Tracy Abbott and Lauren Finmore are still on the show, and his comeback will cause a dangerous fever for anyone about his life. Those women. Christine is currently married to Paul Williams, but she and Danny had a red-hot thing. She's the one in the middle of the job. Right now, she's left the position of City of Geneva. Perhaps Danny's return will create a new dimension in her life and result in a whole new life for the blonde? We will provide updates as other Y&R news appears. Young and the Restless's vandals say some of the hottest conspiracies will turn around and once production is resumed. Destroy, update and news of Young and the Restless.